Melanie Willoughby is Executive Director of the New Jersey Business Action Center. Named one of New Jersey's most influential economic development leaders in 2019, Melanie is no stranger to the New Jersey business community. Before joining NJBAC in 2018, Melanie served as the Chief Government Affairs Officer of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. A seasoned government relations strategist, Melanie has worked with state and local levels of government as an advocate for businesses of all sizes. Prior to joining NJBIA, she served as the president and CEO of the New Jersey Retail Merchants Association, a statewide retail business organization representing over 3,500 stores. You are the executive director of the New Jersey Business Action Center. Please tell me about your role there and the projects you are currently working on.
That is one question that is very important to me because we like to talk about the mission of the New Jersey Business Action Center, which is to advocate for businesses of all shapes and sizes across the state. We are the retention agency in state government within the Department of State, as a matter of fact, and have been around for over 40 years, advocating for businesses through the bureaucracy of government, helping them through their frustrations and challenges so that they end up wanting to stay in New Jersey and committed to the state.
What has been your greatest achievement in your career? What or who helped you to succeed?
I will always like to talk about being an advocate for women. And that has been something that has been the thread through my entire existence. And it really started when I was in high school, when I realized that women were still considered to be second-class citizens. And the thinking was that you could either be a nurse, a teacher, or a secretary. And so you had three professions, all very, very good professions, but you were limited. And I was not happy with that, with those choices, because I wanted to go into politics. And I felt that that was a place that I could really make a change. Because of course, at the time I wanted to change the world for the improvement of how women were treated. And so I went off to Rutgers, where I was in the first class of women to attend. So I became what I wanted, which was to be a trailblazer in helping women acclimate to a whole new environment at Rutgers, where we didn't have shower curtains, we didn't have a doctor, we didn't have a place in the gym, and we also didn't have welcoming professors at the time because they thought that we would bring the grades down, the grade average down. And that was a big disappointment, but not unexpected. And so as a result, I really got to cut my teeth at Rutgers and really learn how to advocate for women. So that has really been part of my biggest achievement, has been to have gone to Rutgers, first class of women, and to really learn the ropes on how to be a true advocate for women, which I have just continued to do through my entire life and my career in mentoring women and helping them get into a career that they want and be a trailblazer too.
What does Women's History Month mean to you?
Women's History Month means a great deal to me because it is an opportunity to identify all the contributions that women have made throughout the centuries. We have been there right alongside men, working in the fields, fighting in the wars, and being the educators of our children. And I think that we have played great roles that need to be celebrated. But I think women's celebration should be every day because we make such great contributions to the world. And we are now finally getting the recognition that we deserve in that. So we are now finally opening up careers to women that were never there before. Before we were secretaries and nurses and teachers. And that those are great careers, but we were limited. But now we are opened up to women being engineers and scientists and astronauts. We are in many, many fields that were previously just men. And now we are in all of the fields, and we are now making up a greater percentage of women who are attending college. And that is demonstrating how women have made such great strides. And so here we have this opportunity to really focus on women in this month and help to celebrate their accomplishments and cheer them on to continue making these great strides.
Which women, either living or deceased, inspire you the most?
I am greatly inspired by Eleanor Roosevelt. I had the opportunity to go and visit her home in New York and to live and breathe in where Eleanor did her great thinking and where she advocated for the poor and the underserved. And I am such a big admirer of her and the role that she played in being the co-president with Franklin, and the role that she served in being his eyes and ears, and that she is not given the credit that she deserves for having done that. Franklin Roosevelt was certainly an incredible president, but it was Eleanor Roosevelt who was out there meeting with the people, who was out there with the citizens of our country, and who was advocating for the poor with Franklin for him to focus on the poor who needed that help. And so I am such a proud supporter and Eleanor Roosevelt, and talk about her any opportunity that I get so that people really start to understand who she was and what she contributed to our country.
What can people do to celebrate Women's History Month?
Women's History Month celebration has really taken on many, many opportunities to do a lot of social media, which is what the Business Action Center is doing, where we are choosing women who would not otherwise get the accolades that they deserve and highlighting them in our social media. It's also an opportunity to have events where we are able to celebrate women's accomplishments and to bring a host of women together from across all careers and countries, as they did in Dubai just a few weeks ago with Mika Brzezinski having the celebration of International Women. And that is where we get to have great pride in seeing the women who are so accomplished from all walks of life, from seeing the accomplishments of Hillary Rodham Clinton, the accomplishments of the many women who are in actual roles in their governments, and seeing the women tennis stars who actually helped to bring women into getting equal pay for playing tennis. So I think we really have the opportunity to learn all that they have contributed that we might not otherwise have known about, and then feel proud.